What's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a good week so far. So I recently bought the Asus Cetra True Wireless earbuds. Finally, after months and months of waiting for the right moment, and after getting sick of my AirPod Pro 2s, after I had to adjust them during a run for the 6,000th time, I decided to look elsewhere and to find different headphones. And also, no matter what headphones or earbuds I use, the latency while gaming on my ROG Ally, or just any handheld for that matter, while using Bluetooth is just unacceptable, especially on something like a Nintendo Switch. But of course, I bought the Cetra True Wireless specifically for the ROG Ally because they just seem like a perfect pair. And so I finally took the plunge and decided to spend $100 on these headphones. But to my surprise, there was a $35 price cut. So I ended up spending about $68 after taxes. And it leaves you to wonder, exactly why would they drop their price that low? I mean, were these headphones doing well, or were they just not doing well enough? Well, I've been using them for a couple days now, and I have to say, I am pleasantly surprised. The connectivity on these earbuds are the fastest I've seen with any earbuds, even AirPod Pros, and that's with an actual iPhone. You can pretty much be up and running connecting your earbuds to different devices through Bluetooth in a matter of 1 to 2 seconds. And that's a lot more than I could say for Bose QC45s, because those are among the worst when it comes to Bluetooth connectivity. And of course, I'm going to compare these headphones to other headphones in the market because I really believe that Asus has what it takes to compete with other audio-focused manufacturers out there, because the ROG Ally speakers are the best in the business, without a doubt. They have the best speakers among any other handheld PC in the market, and especially something like the Nintendo Switch. And I would like to say that if I could describe the sound quality from these earbuds, it's pretty much almost exactly the quality of the actual ROG Ally speakers, shrunken down to earbud sizes and given a slight bass boost somehow. The bass on these headphones are some of the strongest I've experienced on earbuds, period. They sound exceptional, and the clarity is exceptional as well. Nothing is taken away from the bass for the most part, but I like the bass, especially when I'm listening to music and playing a game at the same time. The distinct sound differences of the bass and the mix of music and game sounds brilliant on these headphones. It sounds different than any other earbuds I've tried in the past, and I've had about 40 to 50 different types of earbuds and headphones in my life so far. It's not as perfect as, say, full-blown Bose headphones, not just earbuds. But for the quality and the fact that these earbuds were only $65 to maybe $100 in a couple months, it's still a 9 out of 10 in terms of sound quality. And moving on to the battery life, it's somehow longer than AirPod Pro 2nd Gens, which are the headphones I've been using for more than a year. It lasts more than 4 hours on one charge if you don't have heavy noise cancellation enabled, and I'll touch on that later. And 4 hours is a very important number, especially if you're buying these earbuds specifically to play your ROG Ally on the go like I am. So for the amount of battery life you get, and the fact that the case also lasts 27 hours, which is more than a day. I think with the AirPod Pros, you get 30 hours in the case. So you can just keep charging it and it'll last more than a day if you're on the go for that long. But if you have a power bank like the one I showed in my last video, which I'll link in the description and also at the end of this video, then battery life should be no issue. And somehow, these headphones only take 10 to 15 minutes to charge completely to 100%. So it takes that fast charging that the ROG Ally has and boost it up to 11. Only 10 minutes to charge for a battery that lasts 4 hours. That is absolutely mind-blowing. And if you're wondering, something like AirPod Pro Gen 2s take about 30 minutes to fully charge, which in my opinion, if you're on the go, can be a little bit inconvenient, especially if you just want to get on with it and use your AirPod Pros. But with the Cetra headphones, it only takes 10 minutes, which can go by in the blink of an eye. So in terms of battery life, that's an easy 10 out of 10 from me. I think it's more than I expected and more than I actually need. So that's a 10 out of 10. Okay, so let's talk about the main complaint everyone has been mentioning in a lot of different reviews for a lot of different websites for these earbuds specifically, and that is the touch controls. Now, this doesn't have tactile touch controls like AirPod Pros do, so you don't have to press down on them pretty hard in order to get some kind of haptic feedback to notify you through the stem of the earbuds, but there is touch sensitive controls. So that means you only need to graze your finger over either the left or the right right earbud depending on what you want to do. If you press the left earbud once or twice, you can adjust the noise cancellation modes. There's active noise cancellation, then there's heavy noise cancellation, and of course, the option to turn it off, as well as passive sound, which in my experience, the AirPod Pro 2 and 3s don't actually have the option to just turn the noise cancellation off. They have either passive sound, which activates the mic for the earbuds, and on, while these, at $65, may I note again, actually has an option to turn them off, so the battery can last even longer than 4 hours with them off. It'll last about 5, which is insane. And for the sound quality and volume that you get, may I add, these headphones actually go up to extremely high volumes, unlike a lot of earbuds out there. The sound actually sounds loud when you put the volume all the way up. It sort of immerses you. It's made for gaming because of that feature, in my opinion. And the noise cancellation really helps. So the touch controls, even though they are sensitive, while on a really long run, sometimes I don't like to press my AirPod Pros down really hard because I barely have any strength left. I don't know what happens when you work out, but after a full workout for me, I have not even finger strength left. So at the end of my workout, after burning around 2,000 calories on a run, I don't have strength to do shit, dude. So just grazing the headphones was a gift from God, but instead just tapping it either twice to skip, 3 times to rewind, or once to pause the song was just an incredible feature that I'm glad they added to these earbuds. And yes, some people did complain that the touch sensitivity is sensitive as it's titled, but I think different, especially from what Apple does, is never a bad thing. I think the touch sensitivity is a positive thing, and it's different than other earbuds. It's not the fact that the touch sensitivity is sensitive, it's because it's right opposite from the earbuds themselves instead of on the stem. But I think that was purposeful, as adjusting your earbuds with the actual earbud will enable you to push the earbuds further into your ear and possibly damage your eardrums, like I have had damage to my eardrums before because I did that. So adjusting it with the stem itself, and because the stem is kind of thick, as you can see, it's a little thicker than AirPod Pro first generations, and that's pretty thick in my opinion. But they're mainly thick because it'll give you enough leverage and strength to adjust them if you need. It's pretty much easier to adjust them. You don't have to reach as higher up to the actual earbud to get a good grip to adjust or move them, and I think that's a positive thing as well. Even though thicker stems do look ridiculous, and the fact that they are thicker than AirPod Pros and they don't really do anything is a bit unfortunate. So if next generations were to come out, I would want Asus to add touch controls to the stem and not the earbud itself, because that has proved to be a different type of idea that can be problematic, especially shown with a lot of the reviews. And this is the main complaint that people had. Besides this, these earbuds are pretty much perfect. And now for the main reason why most people bought these earbuds in the first place. It's of course the low latency. And I gotta say, the low latency is almost instant latency. I mainly tested Doom Eternal with these earbuds since I'm replaying it. And for about 4 hours of testing, while putting the earbuds in gaming mode, which they will be by default, in order to put it in gaming mode, you have to touch and hold the right earbud's touch sensitive part for about 2 seconds. And then it'll go into either gaming mode or gaming mode off, which will decrease the latency and save a bit more battery life. But while putting these in gaming mode, the latency is pretty much immaculate. And it's a little better than what I expected it to be. For some reason, usually with low latency headphones, whenever it is in low latency mode, the sound quality is drastically decreased. But I feel like with these earbuds, the sound quality is just as good while in gaming mode. There are no resources in these earbuds that are sacrificed with its extremely low latency mode. It's as if I was playing with an aux cable connected. It felt so seamless. There really wasn't any latency perceived by me from my experience. The low latency feature, which is the main feature, is quite an exceptional one. And given the price, it's hard to believe this quality of headphones can be so damn cheap. Price-wise, of course. The build quality of these earbuds are pretty dang good as well. The Cetra headphones have a pretty solid build. It's definitely an 8 going on a 9 out of 10. I would say an 8.5 because I just can't make up my mind. I think for their purpose, for gaming specifically, and for listening to music, the Asus Cetra True Wireless are better than most earbuds I've used in a long time, and possibly for a full decade. If there's something I would want added to the next gen of these earbuds, it would be a way to adjust the volume from the earbuds themselves instead of going to your device and adjusting it through there. I would prefer to forget my device even existed if I'm just listening to music and to just use my headphones independently without deferring to the device I'm playing it on. Similar to the AirPod Pros, there is no volume adjust option. If Asus were ideally to release a more expensive version with even better sound quality somehow, and with lower latency and more touch options like volume adjusts, then I am all for it. For what these headphones are, if you don't care about the touch sensitivity, I think most people will be pleasantly surprised by these headphones. Asus has always been the best in the business when it comes to affordability and sound quality, and these earbuds speak volumes to that reputation. I give the Asus Cetra, if that's how you say it, True Wireless headphones a solid 9 out of 10. They're exactly what I wanted, and then a little more than what I expected them to be at the end of the day. Also didn't expect them to be so dang cheap, and was prepared to pay a full $100 for them. But at the price tag of $65, these earbuds are simply a steal. And if you do buy them directly from Best Buy, I recommend getting the 2-year warranty plan, because it's only $15. Especially if you're only paying $65, which is 110% worth it, then you may as well spend an extra $15 for proper protection. And that will be on top of the already provided warranty that Asus adds to these earbuds. All in all, these are exceptional earbuds for an exceptional handheld like the ROG Ally. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the Asus Cetra True Wireless headphones. Do you think the title for them is too long? Because I do. And yeah, if you have any questions about this or if I left anything out, let me know in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for watching. Later.